So let's look at another thing. This is a very short one. Matrices and systems of linear equations. Especially with linear algebra stuff, there's not a lot to explain even if you haven't even taken linear algebra. This is very simple. The concept, at least I think so. That's why there's only like one example I gave. So system has form, like the general form. We'll start real quick as an overview. So you have a11 x1 plus a12 x2, so on. It's an a21. You get b1 b2. You basically get this huge thing about the system. Now you have your variables x1 to xn, and you have a11, a12, a1n. So all these a's and b's as your constants. So constants. The matrix form of a system is a times x equals b. So you have matrix A is all your constants from the left hand side. Then you multiply by x, which is just a column of all the variables, one column vector basically. And it's equal to another column of all the b constants, the constants on the right hand side. So a times x equals b. And it's m by n matrix times the n by 1 matrix. So n's are equal to each other, so you have an m by 1 matrix. So m rows, 1 column. That's how this works. But yet it's a linear system of equations can be written. You can also write it just as an augmented form of system, which is seen heavily, or one of the earliest things you see in a linear algebra course is the first type of matrix, basically, a lot of times. It's a, vertical line B. Here's an example. The one example I'll give. Use matrices to represent a system of equations in 2 different ways, and it's a pretty simple system overall. You have x1 minus x2 equals 4, so that becomes 1, -1, and 4 in an augmented form. Your A, your A's and your B. Your matrix A and your B on the right hand side. You also have 2x1 plus x2 equals 6, so it's 2, 1, 6. x1 plus 3x2 equals 8, so 1, 3, 8. That's the augmented form, and then you have matrix form. So 1, -1, 2, 1, 1, 3 like this. Then you multiply by x1, x2, there's 2 variables, and it's equal to 4, 6, 8. Here's 3 constants on the right hand side. A times x equals b. Yeah, it's 3 rows, 2 columns, times 2 rows, 1 column, and you get 3 rows, 1, 2, 3, 1 column. And that's the 2 forms of a system of linear equations, and that's all we're going to talk about on it. So, very short and to the point.